guys are making monthly, I had made those decisions too, because I love the party that we are a part of today. I still believe that it's the party of Ronald Reagan, it's the party of Abraham Lincoln, and there's some few bad apples, a few places. Jake and I are running for the same position, and we're running against the same person who sits as the chairman of the endorsement committee. The board of 11 people that endorsed Mike DeWine. And if you're a fan of Mike DeWine, I guess I won't be your guy. But they took that nomination out of the hands of the people. And I'm not going to ask for your endorsement, I'll just be honest with you, because when we, in times past, in my counties have discussed that, I've always had the same belief. I don't straddle the fence with it, that it should be left up to the people in the primary. But Keith Cheney, who lives in Lima, and if you know anything about Allen County, they are their own machine up there. He's been up in the last 5 primaries, the last 10 years, he's only been opposed one time. But this year he's got 2 opponents. And if he wins, which I hope he doesn't, and I'm believing that he's not going to, he's going to be primaried every single time hereafter. But I just want to share a little bit about myself, why I'm running. I'm running because there has to be a change of the guard. And I believe that God is raising up people. I'm a bishop. I've been in ministry since I was 16 years old. I've been serving people for the last 26 years. And in 2019, God took my life in a whole other way. I was so focused on ministry and church, but God began to really deal with us that some changes needed to happen in our county and in our city and in our state. So I co-founded On the Front Lines, Defending American Freedom. And what we do is we help protect people's rights. And I've stood up against bullies. And that's what you have to have, somebody that will stand up and fight. And that's what I am. I'm a fighter. When our prosecutor did some things to the women that worked with him, I stood on the courthouse steps protesting and standing up for our women. When they tried to make deals with Democrats and say, well, you can't march in a parade going against our constitutional rights, I stood against the party and told them you're wrong. Whenever there was needing somebody to stand up and fight, I've never been afraid to do so. As Jake said last week, they kicked a few of us out. They wouldn't let us in. They even wouldn't let one of the people running for office in. And at the very end, when they were making their choice to vote for Mike DeWine, many of us went outside and we let them know, we said together, let us decide. And that's what I stand by today. See, I'm not afraid to get my hands dirty. I'm not afraid to stand up. But I believe that the people should decide on who should be elected. So if you will vote for me in this primary, I believe in roll call votes. I think that if you ought to put your name on it. If you are in favor of something, put your name on it. Don't hide behind the curtain. We need to be able to elect a chairman of the party that represents us. When you are elected, in May, you will then choose one of you all of your own to be your chairman. We don't do that at the state central. We just elect whoever has the most money or who has the most polls. That's got to change. And there's a lot more things, but real quick in closing, what I'm going to do is I just don't want to represent you at the State House. I want to help represent you here. I want to work with the chairman of Mercer County, of Darke County, and all the other counties that I will represent. And I want to help reform the party. I want to help enthuse the party. I want to help bring in young people. That's one thing that we don't have a whole lot of in a lot of our counties is the younger generations. So I want to help reform and excite the party like never before. Because I do believe that this is the grand old party. And thank you for your consideration in May. The name is Andy Roberts. Thank you.